Good evening, and welcome to our weekly travel training. My name is Marcia Lashley, and I am a fellow travel agent, a travel ambassador with InteleTutorial. And this training goes on every single week. This is the how-tos in booking travel for independent travel agents. I always suggest that you go to my YouTube page, youtube.com/OTM Travel Services, and subscribe so that every week when I record these trainings, you can go to my YouTube channel and you can go back and pull them to continue on your learning. So last week we discussed, in the previous training we discussed education, we discussed suppliers, booking engine, we discussed FAMs, agent privileges, and industry events. This week we'll be discussing suppliers resources. We're going to go back through some other booking engines, but I want to tap into one specific booking engine as well, go over what I went over last week with you more in detail, which is MyApple, because you guys are struggling a little bit, and it's worth it. It's worth going through the process because you really don't have to go through it too much once you go through it one time. We're going to talk about marketing resources. We're not going to talk about Norwegian because we did that last week. That is an error. Apologize for that. And, of course, your brand and vacation rentals. I'm going to show you guys where I found some stuff. So this week I wanted to share with you guys, there is going to be, VAX Summer School is in session, guys. I'm not sure if you guys are paying attention to the emails that are coming into your emails that you're getting from suppliers. However, VAX has some awesome webinars coming up, so I wanted to share with you guys to register, get registered. They're one of our preferred suppliers, and there are a lot of other suppliers within VAX. They pay great commission. So I would say, as an independent travel agent, educate yourself on VAX, their new products, so that you can better sell them, okay? My computer doesn't want to move. I won't use the mouse. Okay, and so we're going to talk a little bit about Carnival's booking engine. It's very simple, guys, and a lot of times, as a new agent, we become very afraid. Like, I don't want to go in there. I don't want to mess something up because I might. No, you won't. Trust me. It's a lot of us out there, and trial and error is actually a really great way to learn, because once you try something and you know that it doesn't work, then you won't do the same thing again. You'll find another way to get it done, right? So with Carnival's booking engine, it's very simple. Once you registered with them, and you have your username and login and password, you sign in. It's very simple. You pretty much go to, sorry about that. We're going to talk about tonight, briefly, what we're going to talk about before we get into the booking engine. What we're going to talk about is booking with groups with Carnival. I know you guys are booking with groups a lot, but this is a great way to really narrow down your whole search. Like, let's say, for instance, someone contacts you and says, Marcia, I have 40 people, which someone just did. I have 40 people would like to do a 9-night Mediterranean cruise. 40 people. I want about 20 cabins, 9-night Mediterranean cruise. Some live in New York, some live in Atlanta. They're everywhere, right? And so I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm starting to think off the top of my head, off of webinars that I've attended and recent itineraries from suppliers that I've been checking out. And I'm like, off the top of my head, I can only think about 2 suppliers, right? So I said, let me do a quick search. I can get back to her. And what I found was really amazing, so I thought I would share it with you guys, especially when it comes to groups. The first thing that I would suggest you guys do is find well, with Carnival, they have the group rate and fun points lead rate resource sheet, which they send to us in emails, guys. It's also in our back office in Carnival when you log in. And I think it's a great way to search, because what happens is, and of course, the lead rates and fun points are capacity controlled and are subjected to change. I'm sorry, let me pause this for a second. I hear the chimers going off, so I'm not sure why they're going off, but I'm going to stop it right now. 1 second, pardon me. The chimer should not be going off at all, but I keep hearing it. I think it stopped. I apologize, guys. I should have stopped this timer from when I first started, but I didn't. So, okay. Let's go back to the webinar. So what I want to share with you was this spreadsheet. This is an Excel spreadsheet, and most of the times, if you're receiving emails from our business development manager, Jody, she's awesome. She sends great information. Check your email for her emails. She sends one every week. Most of the times in Jody's emails, she'll have a spreadsheet, and it's pretty much one of these, giving you an itinerary breakdown of ships and ports and duration of fun points that are linked to each itinerary. And the categories, of course. So how do we access this, right? I know you guys are saying that. So you go to Carnival, you go CCL, you go to the sales tab, and you go to group rates and fun points, and that's where you'll be able to access this spreadsheet. Now, this spreadsheet, I think it's really, really cool. I hear a chimer again. This spreadsheet, I think, is really cool, and it's time efficient because it'll really allow you to save a lot of time instead of searching on the site. So you can come right here and you can filter it. Each column has a drop-down arrow, and when you go into the drop-down arrow, guys, you can check. So let's say my client asked for the Conquest. What I would do is I will uncheck all of them except the Conquest, and then it will filter all of the Conquest's itinerary. Or, for instance, she wants a 9 nights. So what I would do is I would go into duration, and I would select 9 nights, 7 to 9 nights. And then whatever ships that they have with 7 to 9 nights itineraries will come up. So I thought that this is a really great way. Also, it gives you the fun points that are linked to each book, each itinerary, which I think for agents, we really want to know that. We want to know how many fun points we're accumulating for each booking. So it's very important. Then, of course, the prices for the cabin categories here, which I think is this is a very effective sheet. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. You guys should definitely use it more because it'll really cut down a lot of time with you searching for itineraries and not sure where to look. Okay, so let's get into Carnival's booking engine. So it's very simple, guys. So when you first log into Carnival, this is the whole page right here, and I just kind of brought it up on this side. So this is the entire page that you're getting. You do not have to put all of this information in. The only thing that you do is you go into the quick search and date range, this section, and you just put in the dates that your clients requested, put in the destination, and of course the departure port if you have it, and then you hit search. And it's so simple. The first thing will come up is the rate code and categories on stateroom. So what you want to do is you want to find a rate code for your clients. You want to get a rate code that will allow them a lot more for their buck, right? So I chose the OCS Quick Getaway Early Saver for my clients. And then once you select that, I mean, I figured it was easier going through the slide and actually logging into Carnival, so that's why I'm doing it this way. So then once I select the rate code, I also am selecting the category now, which is a junior suite, right? It's for $13, $14 per person, and it's very simple. So once I selected that, guys, this is what pretty much comes up. I get to select the stateroom. I can get forward state-board. You can go forward port. Whichever category you select for your clients, you could go ahead and select it, which I did the G15. And so this is pretty much the itinerary total. It shows me the Carnival Paradise, the dates of travel, the port. We're going to destination Cuba for 5 days. Debarkation code, port, and of course the charges and a breakdown of the charges. I always suggest that you include gratuities into your client's itinerary because that becomes an additional that they pay on the ship, and I like to do all-inclusive. So I like to include more, the amenities for your clients. Some clients want it, some clients don't. However, it's very simple. It's this simple, guys. So I want you guys to be encouraged to get into Carnival and book. Okay. Also, they have new loyalty points, which they have a cool site. They have a whole new loyalty program from, I believe it was June 1st they started. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Either May or June 1st they started. So any of you, if you had points prior to that, I believe they transferred them over or they may have expired. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that either, but get with Carnival and they'll tell you. Or log into your portal and you'll know. So with the new rewards program, I thought it was pretty cool. I brought it to your attention because it's an incentive to help us book more, right? All cabins in the groups receive points, more points for higher cabin categories and longer sailing, simpler point system, less digits to track, which is really cool. New booking bonuses, 30 days to enter bookings after you actually booked it and verified the points and deposit earned on it. Mobile friendly to enter points on the go. 1,000 points needed to start shopping. New shopping choices. I mean, this is so cool, guys. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And then they also tell you, the challenge, the Loyalty Work Booking Challenge. So this is a great incentive. It's almost done. You have until next week, next Thursday, to get some bookings in to qualify for it. But it's awesome. I think it's cool. It's a great incentive for us to really get some group bookings going, guys, because that's really where the money is. I mean, the money is in the industry through bookings. So this is their pretty much their new site that they have, which I think is really, really cool. It's very simple, very easy. You hit agree to get started. For the first time, most of you will be going on there. But this right here, they show you the different booking opportunities, booking windows, project earn dates, and eligibility. So you get to see all of this before you go finding an itinerary for your clients. And then you get to know that you're going to accumulate points based on the itinerary that you found and based on this criteria right here. So I think it's really, really cool. And, of course, once you've booked, you enter your booking in here, booking number, that's it. It's so much simpler than the previous system that they had. I thought I'd give them a shout out. Go Carnival, travel agents rock. So the next engine that I'll touch real quick is InteleTravel's booking engine. It's just really cool. But I wanted to share with you Flight because I know a lot of you guys call me like, what's going on here? Like, it's just a little different, that's all. Nothing major, nothing difficult. So we book flights and we go to our book travel tab, and we will go down to flights. And then, of course, just a heads up, for over a decade, airlines have virtually eliminated commissions. However, since airline tickets are often an easy sale for new agents and a doorway to more profitable business for customers, InteleTravel.com has leveraged new technology and negotiated contracts so you can earn booking fees and even commissions from selected airlines. For airline ticket purchases online at InteleTravel.com. See the air booking engine for details. This does not include all air purchases as part of a vacation package or cruise package. This kind of vacation and cruise fares is commissionable as part of a supplier's package. So if you do earn on airfare when booking air inclusive packages from our operators, vacation companies, or cruise lines, etc., please remember that airline ticket sales are less profitable and your time is better spent on selling cruise, vacation packages, tours, and the other likes. I told you guys this, but I just put this here because I know we have conversations, and I always tell you guys, don't go through so much, don't jump over hoops so much for booking air. Don't get me wrong, book air, because I'm the first to tell you that when I first started InteleTravel and I was learning, I booked air. I booked a lot of air. I never refused air. So I'm not telling you not to book air. What I'm telling you is all the extra energy and effort that you're working up trying to compare and searching and they found it. And you can simply also tell your clients if they find a flight that's maybe $5 or $10 more, you can clearly let them know that this is a service fee that you charge because you're an independent travel agent, and you would appreciate them supporting your new business. And they will. I've done that, and I've gotten lots of bookings. So, you know, but I just don't want you guys to go through so much book air, because like I said, I stay booking air. I book every component of travel, okay? But don't put so much energy. Don't go through so much hoops. Don't get on the phone with InteleTravel trying to negotiate an air deal, an air rate, because your client went somewhere and found it. You know, just have a pace on that, okay? So booking in InteleTravel, that was just a little sidebar, guys, but I just wanted to bring that up for you guys. But booking on InteleTravel for security reasons, air reservations may not be booked within 48 hours of flight time. So if you know that your client's calling you at the last minute, don't go into InteleTravel and book it, because you will not be able to get your booking for tomorrow. It won't happen. It has to be at least 48 hours of flight time, okay? So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. So you enter your information into it, simple, just like every other search engine. And then, of course, it yields your results, which I think is so cool. I love the whole breakdown of the itinerary here with the plane. Anyway, you also have filters here that you can go into. You can filter it based on your client's budget or their airline's preference. But this is how the flights come up. You can select them and you book. And pretty much this is how the itinerary will look when you've confirmed your booking. And for any questions regarding your recent airfare, there's a support line that you can contact. So I think it's really cool, really convenient, really easy. So book air in your back office. And the best thing about it is that it is your bookings are already registered. So you don't have to worry about registering your bookings, which I think is really cool. So we touched on this last week, but I wasn't quite clear, so I wanted to go through this step with you guys to make sure that you got every single step to getting in, of getting access. So you're in your back office in InteleTutorial. You go into the book travel tab, you scroll down to packages, and you came up into this page right here with Apple and FunJet and Disney, and all of the suppliers are there. So then you click on Apple Vacation, you click on Learn More. When you click on Learn More, your page is going to be a big white blank page like this, right? And it's going to say, if you have a pop-up killing software to try to launch, you have this. Once you see this, go over here to this little red dot that you see in the corner, top right-hand corner of your screen, and when you click on it, the pop-up blocked screen will pop up. You want to always allow pop-ups from this Apple Vacations, and then when you hit done, then you have to refresh your screen, okay? Once you hit the refresh button, this screen will pop up where you have to get Flash, and then you click on Get Flash and hit allow, and voila, you're in. It's not very hard. It really isn't. It's just a system, but I just want you guys to know what to do, okay, when you come across that. So then you're in. You get to put in your login and password, which you can find on our suppliers list in our back office, and this is pretty much getting into Apple. Now, once you're in Apple, you have to collapse your screen right here, okay? If you don't collapse this right here, you will not be able to see this start button in the bottom, and this is how you actually get in and start booking. So you have to collapse your screen, maximize your screen, not collapse, pardon me. Maximize your screen, and once you maximize your screen, then you'll be able to see the start button, and then you can hit start and go in there and start booking travel for your clients. So then you get in. Once you get in, the first thing, if you've never booked with Apple before, which obviously you probably have never been because I wouldn't have to go through this, right? For those of you who've booked with it, you already know. But then once you get into Apple's booking engine, you want to go right here and you want to select, click select to select your agent, because you're going to be a new agent. You're not going to be in there. All the agents that have booked with Apple are in there, but if you're a new agent, you have to select new agent, and then you go ahead and put your information in there. Once you put your information in there, this box is going to pop up. You read it, and you hit OK and move on. Put your information in. This is pretty much what your itinerary will look like. In Apple, it gives you a total here of the package that I put in. I was like 5 or 6 people going to Cancun, I believe, is what Aruba. Yeah, out of New York. A girls' trip that I'm booking right now for them. And so this is pretty much your itinerary with Apple. Now, if you want to create a quote for your client because, you know, you want to send them something that you've put in this work, you want to send them something, you will go right above in the top area, top right-hand corner, left-hand corner of your screen, you'll see Create Itinerary, Create Quote. You can go ahead and click Create Quote. Once you've set up your itinerary, then you can create quote. When you create a quote, it will generate a number for the quote. Then you can go in here and you can put the quote, the quote number in, and then you can go ahead and reveal the itinerary, access the itinerary. So once you receive the itinerary number, then you can, and you want to go back and access it, you wrote it down to tomorrow if they want to pay, and you want to go back into Apple to access your itinerary, then you just punch the number in the quick search, and boom, it'll come right up, and you can book, okay? So the next thing that we're going to talk about is our agency and the marketing and sales tool to help you become successful in your travel business. InteleTutorial has provided all of the necessary tools that we need to become successful when it comes to marketing, our travel business, and so many other things. But I wanted to bring to your attention the client newsletter and email marketing. Because if you're a new agent, even if you're not a new agent, but you've never really launched your business or really told anyone about your business, you have like a closet travel business, only your friends and family knows about it, then you can, this is a great way for you to help launch your business by creating a client newsletter. And, you know, I always say with the new client newsletter, you want to make sure that you never sell in the client newsletter. You want to make sure that you introduce yourself to your clients. You know, share something personal about yourself in your newsletter so that they can get to know you and trust you. Here's why. For one, InteleTutorial already have the built-in hot deals that goes out with your itinerary, so there's no need to really talk about travel in your client newsletter. You want to just leave that for the hot deals that InteleTutorial will automatically attach to your newsletter. What you would like, what I would suggest that you do is share something personal about your client, about yourself to your clients. Here's why. Your clients, when they book with you, they will give you all of their information. You will have their date of birth, all of their children's information. You'll have passport information, driver's license, credit cards. They're giving you a lot of information. So share something personable about yourself with them so that they can feel comfortable and trust you. Okay, trust you more, especially if they don't really know you, that have never met you. You definitely want to do something like this. So I think Jessica had a great idea of creating a recipe, or no, not a recipe, yeah, a recipe or a motivational quote or inspirational quote, you know, that you would definitely put in there to share your personality, whatever it is. Maybe you would want to give them travel tips. That's a great way. I think it's a great way to, you know, share travel tips with your audience. But don't sell travel. Do not sell travel in your newsletter, okay? And then, of course, the email marketing that InteleTutorial has set up for us, I think it's so fantastic, guys. Like, if you guys are not getting with this, I don't know what to tell you. I've been over it several times with you guys. Ensemble is fantastic when it comes to targeted direct mail marketing. These are some of the email marketing that your clients will be receiving from Ensemble, and it will have your information on it, guys. Okay? These are awesome materials for your clients. I mean, as a travel agent, as a client, if I had a travel agent who were sending me information like this, are you kidding me? I would want to travel all the time, and I would be calling him or her to like book me every single where. They also have these vacation therapy ones, which I think is really great, because this is another great way, guys, to introduce your clients to certain components of travel, such as river cruises and all these different types of travel that they have around that your clients may not be familiar with, and you will be that travel agent that launched it for them. So you want to make sure that you get your clients connected with Ensemble and the direct mail marketing. And how you do that is you have to accumulate at least 50 names. You want to get their names, email address, physical mailing address, and telephone number. You want to create an Excel spreadsheet. You want to send it to InteleTutorial and have them send it over. They're going to send it to Ensemble, and Ensemble will set your clients up with these fabulous, that's not Ensemble, fabulous, oh, this is Oceana Cruises. Yes, I'm a travel agent. I have everything travel here with me. But these are great tools, guys. So definitely get into this, okay? Take some time to get into this. Create your list of clients and work it, okay? We also have Travel Incentive Center and the InteleTutorial Post Office. The Travel Incentive Center, I think, is really great. Well, the Post Office, this is another great way to promote yourself and brand yourself as an independent travel agent. InteleTutorial has the e-postcards where you can use. These are awesome. There are so many of them here. They have so many different images on them, and they're great for sending notes and messages instead of just pulling up Gmail or Yahoo or whatever your email carrier is and just sending a note or an email, or someone asks you for information and you're responding to them. This is a great way to respond to them in so that they can see that you're a travel agent and you're also enticing them to want to book travel with you. So this is a great way to use this tool, guys. Use it. It's very informative, and it's also, like I said, you're able to brand yourself and let everyone know that you are this professional, independent travel agent. This is the e-postcard. This is a great way to use it. Like Jessica created a e-postcard here, and it says, "Dear Jeannie, it was fun bumping into you at the store. Here's the recipe I promised. Thumbprint butter cookies and the ingredients." And then all the instructions. Be sure to send a picture of those cookies and tell me how much your family loved them. She never talked about travel. She never talked about any of that stuff. It was just a simple message, but she used her travel e-postcard. And so when Jenny received it, Jenny was just probably sitting there looking all at, this looked like Greece somewhere. And she's probably looking at it like, oh my gosh, I still want to go to Mykonos, or I still want to go to Santorini, or, you know, or she's sitting here looking at this one like, oh my gosh, I can go to Fort Lauderdale beaches or Miami beaches right now, or wherever. But, you know, we take people away with these tools, so guys, use them, okay? And so we also have the Travel Incentive Center. This is another great tool that I like to use for travel parties. I also use it as an referral for my clients. When anyone refers 3 or 4 clients to me who confirm bookings, I offer a 3-day, 2-night getaway, or a golf gift card, or a spa gift card, or just a gift card, or the parks card, the universal card that we have back there. I mean, there's so many options back there to choose from, and I think it's a great way to really, again, expose your business, let everyone know what you do and what you're capable of doing, okay? You can actually offer them a 3-day, 2-night getaway. So these are great tools to definitely utilize. Oh, and for travel parties, like I always mention to you guys with travel parties, how to use these, excuse me, you inviting people to a travel, you create a travel party, you have a theme, and you have different things going on in your travel party. There's going to be a segment in your travel party where you can create a bucket list. And in the bucket list, and when you create a bucket list, you also want to create one for your guests at your party, but you also want to create one on social media and invite all your social media friends to your travel party virtually. So that when you start the bucket list session, you want to also share that with them and have them drop their bucket list in the comment section. And when they do that, then you can actually create an Excel spreadsheet and put Simone wants to go to Greece, and Michael wants to go to Africa, and Leslie wants to go to Alaska, and you put them in, you put them in columns so that when the hot deals that I showed you guys in the newsletters, when those hot deals come out, and you're seeing Alaska, and you're seeing Greece, and you're seeing all these different places, guess who you're going to think of? Leslie and Mike and all of them, and you're going to get with them, and you're going to send them a message and let them know, hey, Leslie, I know that when I did the bucket list, you mentioned that you would love to go to Alaska, and I just found this awesome hot deal that I know you would love, and so I thought of you, and take a look, and I'll be happy to confirm your reservation for you and lock you in, because seats are it's booking up fast, or however it is that we talk. I'm not telling you exactly what to say, but you have an idea of what I'm talking about. And so this is what you definitely want to use that for, because you can offer, once you've accumulated all the people that dropped their bucket list destinations in the comment section, you can post a comment saying, for those on social media, not your guests at your party, but the ones in social media that participated in it, you can let them know, drop your comments and drop your destination and your bucket list in the comment sections for a chance to receive a 3-day, 2-night getaway. And then you can go, once you've collected all their destinations and you've created your spreadsheet, then you can go find the winner. How do you choose the winner? You choose the winner by pretty much finding the person that has the least friends in common with you, and you posted that they're the winners, and tag them so that all their friends and family can see that they won a 3-day, 2-night getaway. And then everyone is going to come to your page because they probably want to get a free one too, or they want to inquire about booking travel. So this is a great way to expose you and your business, okay? And some resource advice. InteleTutorial has been in business for over 26 years, so very few questions that they have answered for their agents. So before you pick up the phone or the keyboards, be sure that you look for your answers you need first. Here are some helpful reminders for you to answer for reminders of the answers you already have. Attend your weekly suppliers webinars every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. Get a weekly dose of suppliers insight. You're focusing on travel suppliers per webinar. You even get to ask questions directly to the suppliers, plus there are always great giveaways each week. They do, because I've won stuff on there. I've won stuff from Golden Tickets. I've won things on those webinars. Join an agent support webinar every other Friday at noon. InteleTutorial has an agent support webinar every other Friday at noon. I would suggest you guys get on there. Live webinar conducted by InteleTutorial staff, and you can ask questions and receive answers there as well. So what I want to talk about real quick is these forms. I always talk about these forms, guys, because there is a reason why InteleTutorial have these forms here for us. The customer profile form is a really great form to keep track of all your clients, guys. It gets to an overwhelming point where I have folders of clients, okay? So you want to make sure that you get information from your clients. Then you'll remember you become overwhelmed because you have so many clients, and you can't remember which one is the one that doesn't fly Delta or does fly only Delta, or which one cannot do connecting flights because of their medical condition, or which one has special needs children or seniors, or which one is linked to the military, or whatever it is. This form helps you to add information about your clients that you may not remember when you're booking their packages, their trips for them. All the information. You can even put the birth dates, anniversary dates. You can put them all there so that when their anniversaries come around, you can send them a card, send them a gift or something, or remind them that their anniversary is coming up like eight months in advance so that they can book a getaway for their anniversary. But this is a great form for you to use. The form in the middle, the credit card authorization form, very, very important form. I had a conversation with a fellow agent this week who had booked, or was in the process of booking her clients on an international air package with Skybird, I believe. And she did follow she did everything right. She really did. She did not make any mistakes. She didn't do anything. She did everything right. She sent them the credit card authorization form. They filled it out. They sent it back. And Skybird did what they do best. That's why I love following the system. Skybird did what they do best and found out that their card they were fraudulent. They were fraudulent. They were. And so, I was talking to her and I asked her if she filled out the credit card authorization form, and she did. And she added insurance and the signature. But here's the thing. If the agent did not give Miss Frauda, is what I called her, Miss Frauda, the form to fill out, and she went ahead and she booked and she confirmed the air and everything with them, and then Skybird later on did some further investigation and found out that it was a fraudulent card. Guess what? The agent is not compromised because the agent skipped a step. The agent did not fill out the credit card authorization form. Right? So you don't want that. You want to protect yourself as an independent travel agent. You want to make sure that you protect yourself, and as an independent travel agent with InteleTutorial, you also want to make sure that you protect the host agency as well. So you want to make sure that you always, always, always have your clients complete this form. When do I send this form? So how I send this form is I would, after I've had a conversation with my client and I've sent a couple of quotes to them and they just found the ideal quote and they're like, Marcia, this is it. We want this. Here's the credit card. I'm taking a picture and sending it to you right now because that's what they do. They love doing that, right? Take a picture, send the credit card front and back, driver's license, send a text. What I tend to do is I tell them, okay, not a problem. What I have to do is I have to send you this quick form to fill out. I cannot lock your rates in until I receive this form back. I don't care how many credit cards you send me. If I don't receive that form, I'm not confirming your package. I'm just simply not. So, but that's the way I do it. And I have never had anyone rejected me except this older lady. And she says, I don't do anything social media, electronic, digital. You will have to put it in the mail. And I did. Because I wanted the signature, so I had to put it in the mail. And she signed it and she sent it back. So, but I've never had anyone reject that at all, because here's the thing, clients want to be protected as well. This also protects them, because if their cards were duplicated, which there's a lot of duplication cards going on right now, if their card happened to be duplicated and someone took their card and purchased travel with it, or maybe they purchased travel with the card, you know, and they did not complete the insurance part. They did not fill out a check in the bottom saying that they want insurance. And they purchased their package, they went on the trip, and something happened on the trip, and he or she contacted the travel agent and they decided to blame the travel agent for whatever it is went wrong, and wants their money back and says, well, we filled out the form and we signed it, and you fill out a credit card authorization, giving me authorization to purchase your package. However, you declined travel insurance, and I haven't. No, I did not. Well, it's signed in a credit card authorization form that you did decline it. So that protects the travel agent, so that the travel agent does not become liable for compensating the agent, the client, and the client did not purchase travel protection, because if they did, then their travel protection will be able to help them in the situation that they're in on their vacation. So, no. You guys still there? I don't know if the webinar is still going on, but my video is off. The next form, actually, let's go back. The next form is the travel insurance form. And this is a great form because, like I said, whenever you're creating a quote, guys, you want to make sure that you also include travel insurance in the quote initially, and have your clients tell you that they do not want it, okay? You don't want a Best Buy experience. You don't want to wait till they're ready to check out and then offer travel protection and it's a whole couple of hundreds more. They're going to decline it. But if you factor it into the quote, when they're going through everything and they see the total, they know that everything is covered in it. Even if they don't notice the travel protection, travel insurance is in there, then you can bring it to their attention and let them know that there's also travel insurance in there as well. You can cancel for any reason. If you have medical conditions, or if you've missed your flight or lost your luggage, it will protect you. So you want to share that with them and let them tell you. When they say that they don't want travel protection, travel insurance, that's when you send them this form, complete the form, send it to them, have them sign it, and send it back. Let them know, okay, if you don't want it, that's fine. I have a form that I have to send to you for you to complete and fill out and send it back to me as soon as possible. Excuse me. And then when they see that, they're going to say, oh, why does she need for me to send this form to her? When they look at the form and they see how much they're risking and how much it costs to protect their vacation package, more than likely they will opt in for the insurance and continue keeping it on the quote. So this is a great form to use for your clients. Even if they're unsure about travel insurance, you still send it to them anyway and have them complete it, and you want to have it in your file as well, again, to protect you if something happens to their package. It's covered that they declined it, so you're not liable as an independent travel agent, okay? So also I want to bring to your attention the booking activities in our back office. I think this is, you know, you guys, I'm sure you guys are using it, but I would like for you guys to use it even more because it's really cool. And again, our commissions are tied into the activities, and it's already going to be in our commissions report, so we don't have to register our booking, which I think is great. And so you can go in here for activities. You can search for your clients' activities. If they take a trip, maybe they just want a hotel, or maybe just book an air, and you ask them what are they doing, where are they going, what do they like to do, and they tell you. You can go in here. You can do a key search. A keyword city or keyword search, and then you can also go and put in their dates. And I chose Las Vegas for a client, and all of the different tours that they had available for Las Vegas came up where they could have selected it. It gives you information about the tours. It gives you all the details about the tours more information that you can send to your clients and share with them. It also gives you a price that you can just go ahead and select each one. It creates a cart. You add it to the cart. Of course, here's the information where you can have photos, hotel pickup, review. They'll give you all the information about the tour, the Ultimate Hoover Dam Tour, all the images that you can share with your clients. I think is really cool. And then, of course, it's the final total. You charge your cards, and boom, your commissions are registered automatically into your back office. Your clients are enjoying their activities on their vacation, and everyone's happy. And you don't have to register your booking. The next thing I would like to discuss with you guys is Preferred Travel Partners Directory. Guys, use this. It's really quick, easy access. See, I like to eliminate all the long necessary. Quick start. Go directly to things and have access to it so that you can work. You can get things done. You can create those quotes and those packages for your clients instead of spending time searching for things. So I'm just bringing things to your attention to show you how easy you can access suppliers and certain information in your back office. This InteleTutorial Preferred Travel Partners book is so awesome. There's a table of content here. So if you're looking for a specific supplier, you can go directly to them. Okay? I think it's really cool. So, you know, you guys, of course, I have the same slide here twice, pardon me. So you guys know that VAX is one of my favorite suppliers, so I found FunJet, and it just gives you a breakdown of FunJet and all of what they're a little bit about FunJet here, the best deposit policies they have, other agent rewards program, important information that you must know, contact information, of course, Manis, our business development manager, the 500 Club, and then of course the commissions amount, how much percentage you'll be paid commissions for domestic, for international, 5% on Air International for Hawaii, Blue Sky Tours, their percentage, Southwest, their percentage, and United, I believe, did you say that there? Yeah, United Vacations, their percentage as well. So I think this book is a really cool little book that will really help you if you want to have an idea, because it's not appropriate to speak with the suppliers about your commissions. It's really about your percentage of your commissions. You can definitely speak with them about how much your commissions is per booking, but when it comes to the percentage of your commissions, the suppliers, that's something they will not discuss with you. That's something for your host agency to discuss with you, but that's also something for you to also know on your own by accessing your Preferred Travel Partners Directory. So just thought I'd share that with you guys. And where do I find it? Scroll down in your dashboard, well, any part of your back office, into the dark area and click on Preferred Partners, and you will access your directory there. InteleTutorial Library, guys. This is like a plethora of information in here, like every single category that you can think of in travel, and the suppliers are all here. You just take some time, you go in, let's say you're a very new agent and you just started like yesterday or just now, and you're really excited about your business, and you went on Facebook and you just told everyone that you are officially a travel agent, you're a business owner, and you want them to support you, and then someone gets into your message and says, hey, Marcia, I see that you're a new travel agent. Do you do adventure travel? And you're like, oh, well, what's adventure travel? I'm a traveler, but I don't know what adventure travel is. You go into your InteleTutorial Library, you go browse by category, you'll see adventure travel. You click on there, you go into the videos, watch them a couple of times, and then you respond to your client that asks you about adventure travel or couples only or rental cars or whatever it is that you can go right here and take a look at these videos and familiarize yourself, educate yourself on it before you respond to your clients. Same thing with suppliers. You may want to know about Celebrity or Princess Cruise or MSC or whatever. You can go here, browse by suppliers, and take some time to watch these videos. I suggest you watch them like 2 or 3 times, guys. You cannot watch a video one time and really get all the information. You simply cannot. So I would suggest that you watch it about 3 or 4 times, and write down, take notes, so that you become, when you have a conversation with your clients, you will look like the professional travel agent that you are because of the content of your conversation, because you took the time to educate yourself, okay? And so branding yourself, guys, we're as independent travel agents, we have to brand ourselves. And training and education is what clears the path to success, whether it's a formal degree, an apprenticeship, or hours and hours of dedicated practice. But we have to brand ourselves. We are independent travel agents. So set a goal for yourself for your travel business, okay? Set a weekly goal, set a monthly goal, set annual goals. Like, how many cruise groups do you want to book within the next 3 to 6 months, or maybe within the next week or two? Whatever your goal is, you set the duration of your goal. Within the next year also, you also want to have a long-term, a wider span of your goals. So you want immediate goals, and then you want long-term goals. Well, a year to me is not long-term. That's more short-term for me. But for a new agent, it's a long-term goal. So set a year goal for new agents. For older agents, seasoned agents, you want to set a 5-year goal because you've been in the business for a year now or so. So you have an idea of what it entails. So you want to set yourself a 5-year goal. Okay? How many vacation packages and groups do you want to book within the next 3 to 6 months or 3 weeks or a year or whatever? You want to set those goals. Guys, set those goals. How many family reunions or weddings do you want to book? Set those goals and stick to them. Stick to them. By prospecting, by marketing your business, by sending out bucket list challenges on social media, by sending out messages with your e-post cards, by communicating with your clients, by educating yourself and communicating with your clients on a professional level where they understand what you're saying because you're knowledgeable, you'll start to see how once you commit to your goals, all of them will factor in because everything will really reveal itself and your clients will be attracted to you and they'll reach out to you, and before you know it, you'll fulfill your goals. I know because that's what I did. I set my goals last year and I've met them. So I'm just sharing what I've learned and applied and worked with you guys so you guys can do it. So an evaluation is what you want to conduct on yourself, and the focus questions are, what is your travel experience now? So you just got started and you have no idea of anything because you maybe got started a week ago. Maybe you just pretty much completed InteleTutorial University, and so you're really quite not sure about your experience. So you have to educate yourself. So gauge yourself. What do you know now? What is your travel experience now? Okay, and then you want to set a goal like we talked about. Where do you want to be in 5 years? You want to visualize that. You want to set that goal and you want to visualize, really visualize it, like see, taste, feel, and hear, okay? Certain elements in that vision so that you can really bring it to fruition, right? How much time can you dedicate to your travel business? Like on a daily basis, weekly, and monthly? How many times? Commit to that, guys. Set it. This is a business. And in order for your business to function and for you to be successful in your business, you have to commit. You have to set goals and you have to commit to them, okay? Travel goals for cruises, trips, hotels, and other components of travel, and how much marketing do you want to do? Because, with InteleTutorial, they took care of all of your marketing needs. You don't have to go out there and you don't have to invest any money in marketing because InteleTutorial's got it covered for you. So educate yourself on all of those things, guys, and you will be surprised to see how you can really get out of the box and be really creative with your travel business and launching your travel business to your friends and family. So for setting goals, for people who set goals, so 83% of the people with no goals, so this is pretty much a graph, a survey of people who set goals and people who keep goals in their heads and people who write goals. 83% of the people with no goals, 14% of the people with goals in their heads, they actually have a 10 times successful rate compared to the 83%, and the 3% of people with written goals have a 30 times success rate compared to the 83% of people with no goals. So it's very important, guys, that you write your goals down. For you to be successful in your travel business, you must write your goals down and set them, write them down, commit to them. And this is such a fun industry. It's awesome. I mean, like, our work is like going on ship inspections and going to seminars and going to CLIA and Cruise World. That's so much fun. And once we go to those functions, those seminars and those events, guys, and we educate, invest in our education, what happens is we come back with a higher self-confidence. And now we want to speak with everyone about our business, and we want to book everyone with our business. And if we already have goals set in place, everything will fall right into place because those goals are set. And once those goals are set, it will drive you to want to meet them because now you're educated, you're informed, you know stuff, okay? So where do I start? Use the customer profile form, guys. Like I showed you guys before, it will assist you in formulating the conversation between you and your clients. Info you will need to get started to start your quote. You want to find out the type of travel, adventure or couples or family reunions or girls trip. You want to find out what type of travel, a Harley-Davidson group, whatever it is. And then you also want to find a budget. Now, me personally, I don't like asking clients what their budget is. What I would do is I would pretty much ask them what brands have they traveled with and experienced recently. And that will give me an idea of their budget. If they're a medium, high, or low, wherever they are, I'll have an idea. If they said that they stayed at the Ritz-Carlton, I already know what type of traveler they are. If they said they stayed at Marriott or wherever, I'll know what type of client. So that's what I like to do. I would recommend you not just ask them for their budget. Some people can get offended. You ask them for their budget. You also want to know the dates that you that they want to travel. Okay. You also want to find out where, if they have any alternative destinations, if possible, where do they want to go? So, I'm sorry, are you guys hearing me? I'm not sure if you guys are hearing me. I hope you guys are hearing me. You want to find out about alternate destinations if possible, so that you can give them different quotes and have them see their options. People like options, okay? So if there's a package that, you know, is maybe above their package, like for instance Aruba, the girls are going to Aruba, they also told me to check Cancun and Dominican Republic for them. So I thought that was great, because Aruba is more a higher package, costs a lot more in Aruba compared to Dominican Republic and Cancun. So I thought that was great. I'm like, okay, not a problem. And so I set them quotes from all three different destinations, right? So you want to have alternate destinations for them to give them options and let them choose, because you don't want them going shopping elsewhere. When you give them 3 destinations, I promise you, they're not going to search anywhere. They're not going to go try to go quote compare all 3 of your packages to something out there. They're not going to spend that much time. So what you're doing is you're actually locking them in, like, oh my gosh, they're going to choose one. Trust me, they will. So, you know, it's definitely a great way when you're asking for alternate destinations. Okay. You also want to know their departure city. You want to know preferred travel arrival and departure time. Some people want to travel in the mornings. I have red-eye travelers. They only do red-eye. So I know that it's on their customer profile form. They only do a specific airline. I have that written down as well, so that when I'm booking for them, I know exactly what their travel preferences are. Okay? Then you also want to know their preferred airlines, cruise lines, hotel brands, and car rentals are. When you know this, guys, you'll have an idea of what their budget is, okay? And you'll be familiar with their travel patterns. Preferred or nonstop or connecting flights, you also want to know, because like I said, some people may have medical conditions and they cannot fly for long. They cannot travel for long. So they may want, if you're traveling international, they may want those layovers. They may want those, 5-hour layovers. They may want those because they cannot be in the air for so long. They need to be on land, on ground. There are some people like that, and I've experienced them. So, and I understand now why there are so many connecting flights. A lot of people have medical conditions and they cannot be in the air for 11 hours straight. They have to do layovers. So we want to know that, okay? Type of lodging, also traditional hotel, bungalows, rental homes. People have unique travel patterns, and you want to customize every client's package. You want to make sure that you can fulfill the needs of every need for your client, okay? So when you're thorough, you'll know everything you'll know all about their travel patterns, and you'll be able to create those customized packages for them. You also want to know how many passengers traveling and the types of passengers, adults, children, seniors, special needs, pets. Do all the passengers have passports? Very important, especially if you're traveling international, and especially if you're going on a cruise. And though it's not required for a cruise, it is in a way, because if something happens at a port and your client misses the cruise ship, guess what? They will have to fly to the next port to catch the cruise ship. So they will have to have a passport, else they will be stuck at that port, and no one wants that. So you want to make sure that they all have passports. Another tip about passports, you want to make sure that it's at least 1 year before their passport expire, not 6 months. There's some places around the world that will not accept 6 months. 6 months. So you don't want to put your clients in that position, okay? You want to make sure they're covered for 1 year. Okay? It's good for the next year. They're traveling this month, and it's good until next year, June. Okay? So just to be safe. And then, of course, naturally, you want any special accommodations and requests that they have going on, and any activities that they would like to experience during their vacation. That's upselling, because when you add activities like zip lining and sightseeing and sunset tours, those are additional commissions for you. You're creating a package, you're getting the package, making the package bigger. So you definitely want to ask those questions, okay? And then after you've collected all the information needed to complete the quote, you want to do a Google search, because as a new agent, you're not going to be familiar with which suppliers have which hotels and which resorts, right? So if your client said that they want to go to Tahiti, you want to go ahead and Google Tahiti and how many hotels are Tahiti, or 5-star hotels and 5-star resorts in Tahiti. And then you can pull up, you'll see all the 5-star hotels, write them down, and then go into your suppliers and find those hotels, right? Simple, right? That's what I said. So once you've selected appropriate preferred supplier and you plug the information in, choose more than one supplier to see which supplier best suits your client's budget. So I would do VAX, and I would do GoGo, and I would do Apple or Delta. And just, like I said, get different packages, prices, and see which one is best suits your client's budget. And of course, you want to also tap into your commissions and make sure that your commissions are right. But all these preferred suppliers pays really good commissions. So that's not something that I even concern myself with, because there is a commission built into every component of travel. So whatever I book, I know I'm going to get paid for. That's the great part about doing this. Once I create these packages, I already know my commissions are tied in. So I'm not concerned in myself about commissions. Prices vary on dates, locations, resort ratings, room types, and number of people per room. I had an agent call me yesterday about that. I can't find all these rates. I can't find, everything is so expensive. Well, why is it expensive? Is it because they're within 60 days or within 30 days of travel, and it's like the occupancy is like 60, 80, 90%, where they're about to be totally booked up, so they're not going to have any deals or sales, and your clients are going to have to pay full price. Don't wait to the last minute to book, guys. You have to give time, because waiting for the last minute, you only get what's left. And then there's no room for bargaining, for making deals, for negotiating. You're going to have to pay what is there because of supply and demand. Okay? So always estimate average price per person. Here are some of the most, and let me talk about that. Always estimate average price per person. Let's say you're booking a cruise and there's 3 people per room. And the cruise line says that the first person that books the cruise will pay $5.65 for cruise rate. Taxes, fees, and port expenses are going to be the same all across the board for each passenger. But the first person will pay $5.65 for cruise rate. The second person will pay $4.50, and the third person will pay $50, because they have specials like that. They have promos and deals like that, right? So instead of saying the third person pays $50, then that's going to be a little confusing, especially if there's a girls trip and they're all roommating. More than likely for a family, that'll work for a child, but with 3 people to a room, 3 guys or 3 girls or friends or cousins or something like that, that's going to create a problem. So what I would suggest you do is get an estimate. Get the total amount of the cabin divided by 3, and that is each passenger pay equal portion. Okay, so you always want to estimate the average price per person. Here are some of the most travel destinations, just to give you guys an idea when your clients are asking where they want to go: Dubai, Cuba, Jamaica, DR, Bahamas, Los Cabos, Cancun, Hawaii, Africa, and of course Mykonos. I just thought I'd throw that in there, give you guys an idea. So this is our preferred suppliers list that I mentioned to you guys. I just kind of blank our information up to protect our information. But these 3 right here are shared suppliers login. Under no circumstances do you ever attempt to change the username and password. These are community logins, guys. And while you're logging in with it, there are about 5 or 10 or 15 or probably 300 other travel agents that are also logging in with it. Okay, remember I showed you with Apple there's a community login, and then once you create a booking, you go into the agent and you do a drop down and you enter your name in there, and then once you finalize your booking, you have your name is in there, right? It's kind of like that. You want to share, you want to not tamper with it so that all agents can have access to it. In Apple, Club Med, and Allegiant Air, we have shared logins. So I would highly recommend that you don't go there and touch those, okay? And you can email InteleTravel at customerservice@inteletravel.com with your name, PIN number, and supplier you'd like to be registered with. There are a few suppliers that you would have to register through InteleTravel. You cannot just click on the link and go to the suppliers, such as VAX and FareBuzz, and there are a couple of others that I can't just remember off the top of my head right now, but you guys call me in a little time and I'll get it to you. And passports, yes, we do have passports and visas that we can have ready for our clients at a drop of a dime, guys. We can earn commissions on passports and visa services with CIBT Visas, the leading provider of passports and visa services in the world. Plus, your customers will receive 40% off of CIBT service fees. The InteleTravel CIBT Visas program requires a little effort by you. So you have to refer your clients. You give them a code, and then once they put the InteleTravel account information in there and they go through the process and they get their visa or passport, you want to ask them for a confirmation email. You want them to send one to you so that you can register your booking, okay? My dog is itching her ears. International Air Consolidator, guys. Don't leave home without them. I always say air consolidators are so great. I think they really are great because, like for instance, when your clients contact you a day before travel and you can't book air in InteleTravel, guess where you're going? You're going to Air Consolidators first. Why? Because you're allowed to mark up your commissions, of course, at if possible, to keep your rates. You always want to keep your rates competitive, so you never just want to mark your rates up. You want to do a search and make sure that your rates that you're getting are low and you have playroom where you can add commissions. If not, don't even bother to do it. Just book for your clients. But Skybird is our international air consolidators. You can register yourself with Skybird at skybirdtravel.com. Fill out all the information. It takes about 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours for them to approve your username and password, and then you're good to go. You can go ahead and book travel, book your air through the Air Consolidators. I think they're great for international air because most of international air are controlled by Air Consolidators, and you will be saving your clients a lot of money when you book air through the international, especially international air, through the international air consolidators, okay? And of course, naturally, I mentioned to you guys FareBuzz, but you have to contact InteleTravel to be registered with FareBuzz. You can send them an email, and they'll be happy to register you there. And this is Skybird's information. And so, guys, so I was doing some search. I was booking some travel this week, and I went into VAX. I was booking a package for a client. They would like to go to Miami in October. So I went into VAX FunJet searching for packages because they want to be able to pay monthly. They want to pay it all outright. So I would have went into InteleTravel and just booked their hotel through InteleTravel and they paid up front, but they wanted to make a monthly deposit, so I went to our suppliers. So I logged into VAX and I went into Southwest Vacation because one of the passengers, she specifically requested Southwest Airlines. So I decided to create the package in Southwest Vacations. When I went into Southwest Vacations, I found properties in Miami, close to the destination, the area where they would like to be. I also found some rental properties, guys. I mean, apartments with fully loaded kitchens and all of that. And I know that a lot of agents, I've been in the chats and you guys have been sending me emails and questions asking me about vacation rental suppliers. This is summer season. A lot of people do not want a traditional hotel. They would like a home or an apartment or a condo with a kitchen and a refrigerator and, you know, their own privacy instead of room service. So I found a plethora of them, guys, in VAX. And this is one of them, Miami Vacations Corporate Rentals. And it gives a breakdown of all the amenities and everything in there. And so I thought I'd share this with you guys because I know you guys are always looking for vacation homes. So check VAX out. And in Southwest Vacations is where I went in and I saw them. And these are actually, I pulled this up here to show you guys that there are amenities in there. Kitchen and full-size refrigerators, freezers, and ovens, private balconies and patio, complimentary wired and wireless internet access, keeps you connected. I mean, these are great amenities that you definitely want to know about so that you can book your clients, right? And so pretty much this is, I had a conversation with Rob a few weeks ago, and we were talking, well, last week training, and he asked about who is the Omni owned by, and it's Global Hotel Alliance, which it is, and here are all the hotels that are under Global Hotel Alliance, and of course IHG. Here are all the hotels that are under IHG as well. I'm going to add some more to them as I do my research and stumble upon them. I will add them here. But it's great to know, because when you're completing the education course, guys, you definitely want to know what is in Global Hotel Alliance's portfolio or what is in IHG's portfolio. You want to know all the properties in each portfolio. So this is a great, excuse me, a great tip, but I thought I'll just continue on as I go. I will add to it for you guys, okay? And we're going to be wrapping it up, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to educate yourself for success in your travel business. The more value and expertise you can bring to your table, the more clients will appreciate you and trust you. And I'll be opening the lines to see if you guys have any questions. I hope to God you guys were hearing me, because my camera went up. You guys can hear me? You guys can hear me, yay. Let me open the lines. Ew. My system is moving very slow, guys. Pardon me. Okay, here we go. Any questions so far, guys? Questions? My camera went out. I don't know what happened in the middle of my training. The camera went out, but it's not, you know, you guys don't need to see my face and see the information on the screen. So, yeah, any questions, you guys? I know I went over an hour, and don't mean to keep you guys longer than I intend to, but I want to make sure that you guys have all your questions answered, and then we can end the training. No questions? Great. Well, I thank you guys for joining. There will not be a travel training next week. I'll be traveling, so the following week we will pick up from this week's training. And if you guys have any questions, you can inbox me, you can message me, or on social media, or you can send me an email. You can go to my YouTube channel. Make sure that you go subscribe to my channel so that you can keep up with these trainings. You can also send me messages there as well. So you guys have access to me if you have any questions or concerns. I'll be happy to answer any of them for you. And if you guys don't have any questions tonight, we'll be ending the webinar. So I thank you guys for coming on. I thank you guys for joining me, educating yourself with your travel business. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Okay? Take care. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Oh, Tamara, you had a question? Did you have a question, Tamara? No. Okay, I guess not. Okay, well, thank you, people. I have a message here. Thank you, Carla. Thank you guys for joining this week, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a wonderful weekend.